You sit on the edge of your bed while the morning sun gently slips through the curtains. For a moment, you let your feet dangle above the floor, toes hesitating before finding a place to land. The sheets are warm, the air outside a little cooler, and the world feels just as it always has, quiet, expectant, slow to demand your full attention. You rest your hand on the side table, fingers brushing past the glass of water you left there last night. It's peaceful, this morning pause, but something in your body hesitates. Rising feels heavier than it used to, just enough to notice, but not enough to speak aloud. A soft sound breaks the silence, the whisper of a drawer that sticks just as you try to open it. You give it another gentle tug, feeling the faint resistance, and you remember how easily it moved long ago. There's a mild discomfort in your wrist, an old familiar ache, but you let the feeling pass. You reach for your socks, thinking about the day ahead, what you'll eat, what needs doing, and who might call. For a moment, you gaze at the sunlight on the floor and remember a time when mornings brought a rush of eagerness, not this steady, silent negotiation with stiffness and memory. You move through the morning, noticing small aches in your joints and a gentle tightness in your clothing. Each day, your jeans feel just a bit snugger at the waist, and the shirt that once flowed comfortably now pulls ever so slightly at the shoulders. Nights are often restless, a few hours of sleep, then wide eyes staring at the ceiling, waiting for the next wave of drowsiness to come. The couch has become a regular companion, filling more of your afternoons with quiet company than you ever expected. None of these changes shout for attention, but together, they form a kind of quiet background noise you can't quite tune out. You tell yourself it's just getting older, that everyone faces these little annoyances. Still, there's a gentle whisper behind these changes, a message from your body asking for care and curiosity. These aren't signs of failure or weakness. They are invitations, simple reminders to check in and tend to the needs that have crept in over time. Each restless night and every sluggish step is your body's way of nudging you, guiding you to listen more closely and to treat yourself with the patience you'd offer a dear friend. One cool morning, as you move past the hallway mirror, you catch a different reflection than the one you remember. There's a longer pause than usual, your gaze settling on the lines drawn softly into your cheeks, the gentle curve of your shoulders, the way your eyes search for someone you used to recognize. It isn't sadness or shame that settles in your chest, but something closer to honesty. You feel a quiet awareness, as if a light has turned on in a room you didn't realize was dim. For the first time in a long while, you really see yourself. Later, over the phone, a loved one asks carefully if you're sleeping well, if you're feeling rested, if you've had your checkup yet. The questions come with kindness, but their worry lingers even after you hang up. These moments layer together, the glance in the mirror, the thoughtful questions, the memory of your doctor suggesting gentler walks each day. You aren't overwhelmed or afraid. You simply know deep down that something isn't right. This new awareness isn't heavy. It's an invitation, a subtle nudge toward making a change for yourself. You stand quietly by the kitchen counter, hands wrapped around a warm mug, thinking about those small signs and gentle warnings. The house is silent except for the hum of the refrigerator and the distant call of a bird outside. You close your eyes and take a breath, deeper and slower than usual, filling your chest with air that seems fresh and new. In this stillness, you hear it clearly, a calm voice deep inside that says, softly but firmly, enough. Not a cry for the past, but a promise to yourself. You owe this next chapter something brighter. You set the mug down with steady hands and look around your kitchen, noticing the little things you haven't seen in a while, the bright fruit in the bowl, sunlight spilling across the table, a glass of water waiting to be sipped. Deciding to change isn't grand or dramatic. It's a quiet shift, a gentle choice made before anyone else can see it. You're not chasing lost youth or old routines. You're choosing to feel awake, anchored in the life you have now. For the first time in a long time, hope feels possible. You're ready to move forward, step by step. You look over at the sink and reach for a clean glass, feeling the cool tap water fill it to the brim. You hold it in your hands, noticing the weight and the clarity of the liquid inside. Without rushing, you take a sip, then another, letting each swallow freshen your mouth and wake your senses. It's simple, almost ordinary, a full glass of water, finished before breakfast. But today, it means something more. It's a signal to your body that you're listening, that you care, and that you want things to be a little different starting now. A bit later, you decide to step outside, shoes on and shoulders eased. The path to the mailbox isn't far, but you feel each step. The sunlight on your skin, the gentle shift of air, the steady beat of your heart. You carry the mail back inside, feeling a small sense of achievement. These aren't life-altering changes, but they are choices you make, one after the other. This is how the path to feeling alive begins, not with grand gestures, but with gentle steps you can take today, woven into the fabric of a regular morning. Afterward, you set the mail down on the table and catch yourself wondering if it even matters. Doubt creeps in, quiet but familiar, chasing at the edges of your hope. You think about how tired you already feel, the effort it took just for that short walk, the voice in your head muttering, "What's the point now?" There's a tug of embarrassment too, a sense that maybe you're too late, or that making changes is something only younger people can do. The resistance sits with you, stubborn as an old ache, but instead of brushing these feelings away, you let them have their moment. You tell yourself it's okay to feel silly, okay to feel overwhelmed. These aren't signs of weakness. They're proof that you care. Every person who tries something new feels this way at first. You sit with the discomfort, letting it soften around the edges. The simple truth is, taking care of yourself now is still worth it, especially now. Slowly, the weight of why bother lessens, and you remember the quiet hope you felt earlier, still waiting beneath the doubt. Later in the week, you find yourself in your doctor's office, the familiar smell of hand sanitizer and the sound of quiet footsteps in the hallway. Your doctor listens patiently as you share your recent struggle with sleep and energy. There's no judgment in her eyes, just understanding and a gentle nod that says, "You're not alone." She reminds you that small changes are powerful, that it's not about turning back the clock, but about gaining a bit more each day. You leave with her words echoing softly. You have more strength than you know. Every step matters. On another morning, you talk to a good friend over the phone. Their laughter is warm, their stories full of gentle encouragement. They remember when they started taking their own health seriously and share how awkward it felt at first and how it later brought them unexpected joy. Their voice is a comfort, a reminder that you're not walking this road by yourself. Even when doubt whispers, you hear these voices in your heart, a doctor's faith, a friend's belief, even your own hope. And you begin to believe, truly, that you have what it takes to keep growing, no matter your age. One morning you notice it, a quiet surprise. You slept through most of the night, waking up with a head that feels lighter, less crowded by worry. The sunlight in your kitchen seems a little brighter, almost as if it's found its way through the window just for you. Preparing breakfast feels easier, your movements more fluid and sure. For the first time in weeks, when a silly memory pops into your mind, you let out a genuine laugh. Not forced, but easy, the sound filling your home with something you haven't felt in a while. These small victories build on each other, gently weaving together a sense of hope. Conversation comes smoother now, and you find yourself pausing to notice the way morning light dances on your kitchen table, feeling a quiet pride in how far you've come. It isn't about perfection or chasing youth, but about these clear moments. Better rest, clearer thinking, laughter that sneaks in and stays a while. The joy is not loud, but honest. A steady presence reminding you that change is possible and that these brighter days are yours to hold. As you stand by the mirror again, you take a closer look, not out of habit, but with new eyes. The lines around your mouth and the silver in your hair tell a true story, one of endurance and quiet bravery. Each wrinkle is a memory of laughter, every gray strand a stitch of experience earned through seasons well lived. For the first time, you feel that these signs of age aren't marks to hide or regret. They are evidence of every lesson learned, every challenge faced, every moment survived. You realize now aging is not a problem, it's a privilege. Slower steps aren't signs of weakness, but of practice. Each careful move shows an understanding of your body that only time can teach. There's mastery in pacing yourself, in knowing when to rest and when to rise. The world may rush, but you have learned the wisdom of slowing down, seeing details others might miss. You welcome this shift in thinking, understanding deeply that you've carried yourself through every storm. Wisdom, courage, patience, these are gifts that only years can give. You hold them close, proud of the person you've become through it all. A little at a time, these choices settle into your daily rhythm, no longer feeling strange or forced. Your meals become brighter, bowls of berries, leafy greens, roasted vegetables in every shade. The food is not meant as punishment, but as celebration. You find a comfortable spot by a window or step outside for slow, steady stretches as sunlight warms your face. Movement comes easier now because it's built on kindness, not pressure. In the evening, you reach for the journal by your bed, jotting down simple reflections or small joys from the day. Nothing fancy, just true. Over weeks, this gentle way of living becomes your new sense of self. Health is not a rule you follow or a challenge you endure. It's the person you've decided to be. There is freedom in these habits, rooted in your own hopes and choices. You look back and see not a diet or a fitness routine, but a gathering of moments where you listened to your needs and honored your body's voice. With every meal, every walk, every quiet moment, you're not just trying to be healthy. You're shaping a life, one mindful act at a time. One afternoon, you catch your reflection in a shop window as you walk through your neighborhood. Your steps are steadier now, your back a little straighter. You feel your shoulders relax and find yourself meeting the gaze of others with quiet confidence. The world outside seems more inviting, colors brighter, voices friendlier. You move through these moments not as someone searching for what's been lost, but as someone gently building something new. Each day brings a sense of strength that grows quietly inside you. This new chapter is not about racing against time, but making room for more possibilities. You share a meal with a friend, laugh together over old memories, and welcome simple mornings with gratitude. Life feels fuller because you're present for it, open not only to others, but to yourself. There's a steady joy that comes from knowing you aren't just living. This time, you're fully connected. It's a powerful feeling, creating new years with purpose and warmth, knowing you are right where you belong. You pause for a moment, noticing how far you've come, how these gentle decisions have quietly shaped your days. The doubts that once filled your mornings have softened, replaced by a steady sense of belonging in your own skin. You understand now that real change is not about grand gestures, but about all the small moments that add up to something true and lasting. You feel a quiet pride in the life you've chosen, step by step. This feeling isn't fleeting. It's something solid, rooted deep inside you. As another morning begins, you know you aren't defined by the years behind you or the ones ahead. You are defined by the way you choose to live right now. And in this clear and shining moment, you realize the truth that was always waiting for you. You didn't reverse the years. You redefined them.